welcome back to the channel. If you're a returning subscriber, it's great to have you back. If you're new here, welcome. If you're interested in government and legal documents but don't have the time to read them, consider subscribing. I'm happy to read them for you, and I strive to do so as neutrally as possible. In my previous video, I cover a topic that hasn't been discussed on the channel before: Unidentified Anomalous Phenomenon, or UAP. I explore the history of UAPs, the government's past responses, and the public interests in the phenomenon. Additionally, I provide a current overview of the issue, including internal challenges within the government related to investigation and transparency. The All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, created in 2022, was established to centralize, investigate, and study UAPs. During the week of November 11, 2024, the department delivered its fiscal year 2024 Consolidated Annual Report on UAP to Congress. This report covers incidents from May 1, 2023 to June 1, 2024. Based on AARO statements, this report's objective is to provide an explanation and understanding of UAPs and their potential implications. Like others, I find this topic interesting, but I am not a connoisseur of all things UAP by any means. I typically read my news instead of hearing it, so as such, you'll hear me pronouncing the agency AARO as AARO rather than the more commonly known AARO, so please forgive this error. Now, back to the scope of this report. It covers the analyses of incidents focusing on their characteristics, locations, and potential explanations or lack thereof. The report categorizes UAP sightings based on their morphologies and altitudes and highlights the geography of incidents, noting that many occurred near sensitive and classified infrastructure. The report also outlines the roles and responsibilities of various organizations involved in UAP investigations. Finally, the report concludes with notable trends regarding prosaic objects and UAPs. Now, let's get to it. The Department of Defense All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office for fiscal year 2024, the Consolidated Annual Report on Unidentified Anomalous Phenomena through June 1, 2024. The table of contents lists 7 parts, starting with the executive summary. The glossary of terms is the report's appendix, and before we get to the report itself, I'd like to define some terms. Starting with UAPs, or Unidentified Anomalous Phenomena, which are sources of anomalous detections in one or more domain, not attributable to known actors, that demonstrate behaviors not readily understood by sensors or observers. Anomalous detections include, but are not limited to, phenomena that demonstrate apparent capabilities or material that exceed known performance envelopes. A UAP may consist of one or more unidentified anomalous objects and may persist over an extended period of time. Anomalies are occurrences that deviate significantly from normal or expected. Anomalies are outliers, they're atypical, they do not fit the general patterns. So, anomalous detection or sources of anomalous detection, from what I gather, are unusual, abnormal objects of unknown origin. In order as laid out in the glossary, active archive refers to cases with insufficient data that are stored to re-examine if and when additional information becomes available. Airborne UAPs are sources of anomalous detections in the air up to the edge of space. Maritime UAP are those below mean sea level in a body of water. Spaceborne UAP are those in space. Transmedium UAP are UAP that move through more than just one of these domains. UAP attribution is who or what is believed to be responsible, which includes whether our government, a foreign government, an industry, or private activity. UAP data are evidence or records gathered from a UAP event, including notes, photos, video, audio sensor readings, or anything else that can do the same. UAP engagement is any action taken to interact with a UAP, like trying to block, disrupt, or destroy it using weapons, technology, or tools. UAP incident is an occurrence where a UAP is detected by persons or sensors. UAP incursion is an incident that occurs in important or restricted areas, like near military bases, training areas, critical infrastructure, or other sensitive locations. UAP interrogation occurs when tools like camera, radar, lasers, or other technology are used to gather information about a UAP, like where it is, what it's doing, or what it might be capable of. UAP objects and material is or are tangible evidence connected to a UAP. UAP risk is one that is a safety hazard of some sort. And UAP threat is a UAP that appears dangerous or poses a risk to people, equipment, or national security. Part 1. Executive Summary. This report is provided by the Department of Defense, DoD, in response to a requirement established in 50 U.S. Code 3373. This report covers Unidentified Anomalous Phenomena, UAP, reports from May 1st, 2023 to June 1st of 24, and all UAP reports from any previous time periods that were not included in an earlier report. The All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, AARO, received 757 UAP reports during this period. 485 of these reports featured UAP incidents that occurred during the reporting period. The remaining 272 reports featured UAP incidents that occurred between 2021 and 2022, but were not reported to AARO until this reporting period, and consequently were not included in previous annual UAP reports. AARO resolved 118 cases during the reporting period, all of which resolved to prosaic objects such as various types of balloons, birds, and unmanned aerial systems, UAS. As of May 31st, 2024, AARO has an additional 174 cases queued for closure, pending a final review and director's approval. As of the publishing date on this report, all 174 cases have been finalized as resolved to prosaic objects including balloons, birds, UAS, satellites, and aircraft. Many other cases remain unresolved, and AARO continues collection and analysis on that body of cases. It is important to underscore that, to date, AARO has discovered no evidence of extraterrestrial beings, activity, or technology. None of the reports AARO received during the reporting period indicated that observers suffered any adverse health effects. U.S. military aircrews provided 2 reports that identified flight safety concerns, and 3 reports described pilots being trailed or shadowed by UAP. To date, AARO has no indication or confirmation that these activities are attributable to foreign adversaries. AARO continues to coordinate with the intelligence community, IC, to identify whether these activities may be the result of foreign adversarial activities. AARO's ability to resolve cases remains constrained by a lack of timely and actionable sensor data. AARO continues to address this challenge by working with military and technical partners to optimize sensor requirements, information sharing processes, and the content of UAP reporting. AARO is also expanding engagement with foreign partners to share information and collaborate on best practices for resolving UAP cases. Part 2. Scope. This consolidated annual report is provided by the DoD in response to a requirement established in 50 U.S. Code 3373, which is the following. Not later than 180 days after the enactment of FY 2023 Intelligence Authorization Act, and annually thereafter for 4 years, the Department of the Office shall submit a report on UAP to the appropriate congressional committees. As detailed in 50 U.S. Code 3373, each report shall include, with respect to the year covered by the report, the following information: all UAP-related events that occurred during the one-year time period, all reported UAP-related events that occurred during a period other than that one-year period but were not included in an earlier report, an analysis of data and intelligence received through each reported UAP-related event, an analysis of data related to UAP collected through geospatial intelligence, signals intelligence, human intelligence, measurement and signatures intelligence. The number of reported incidents of UAP over restricted airspace of the United States during the one-year period, including analysis of such incidents identified, identification of potential aerospace and other threats posed by UAP to the national security of the United States, an assessment of any activity regarding UAP that can be attributed to one or more adversarial foreign governments, identification of any incidents or patterns regarding UAP that indicate a potential adversarial foreign government may have achieved a breakthrough aerospace capability, an update on the consultation by the United States with allies and partners on efforts to track, understand, and address UAP, an update on any efforts underway on the ability to capture or exploit discovered UAP, an assessment of any health-related effects for individuals that have encountered UAP, the number of reported incidents or patterns and descriptions thereof of UAP associated with military nuclear assets, including strategic nuclear weapons and nuclear-powered ships and submarines, results of consultation with the Administrator for Nuclear Security regarding the number of reported incidents and description thereof of UAP associated with facilities or assets associated with the production, transportation, or storage of nuclear weapons or components thereof, results of consultation with the Chairman of the Nuclear Regulatory Commission regarding the number of reporting incidents and descriptions thereof of UAP or drones of unknown origin associated with nuclear power generating stations, nuclear fuel storage sites, and other sites or facilities regulated by the Nuclear Regulatory Commission. The names of the line organizations that have been designated to perform the specific functions, including response to and field investigations and scientific, technological, and operational analysis of data on UAP, and the specific functions for which each such line organization has been assigned primary responsibility, and a summary of reports received using the mechanism for authorized reporting established under 50 U.S. Code 3373. B. And there's 30 governmental departments listed, but to summarize, AARO drafted this report in coordination with departments and agencies in the executive branch of the federal government, like the DoD, as well as agency advisors, United States branches of military, and U.S. intelligence agencies. Part 3. Overview of reports. A. Overall trend analysis. As of October 24th, 2024, there are 1,652 reports in total. This report covers UAP reports from May 1st, 2023 to June 1st, 2024, and all UAP reports from any previous time periods that were not included in an earlier report. The AARO received 757 UAP reports during this period. 485 of these reports featured UAP incidents that occurred during the reporting period. The remaining 272 reports occurred outside of the reporting period between 2021 and 2022, and consequently were not included in previous annual UAP reports. Of these reports, 708 occurred in the air domain, 49 occurred in space, and none occurred in the maritime or transmedium domains. AARO notes that none of the space domains reports originated from space-based sensors or assets. Rather, all of these reports originated from military or commercial pilots or ground observers who reported UAP located at altitudes estimated at 100 kilometers or higher, consistent with U.S. Space Command's astrographic area of responsibility. Of the 757 reports, 392 were from the FAA, which consisted of all of the FAA's UAP reports since 2021. AARO resolved 49 cases during the reporting period, all of which resolved to prosaic objects such as various types of balloons, birds, and UAS. An additional 243 cases were recommended for closure as of June 1, 2024, pending peer review. These cases also resolved to prosaic objects including balloons, birds, UAS, satellites, and aircraft. AARO determined 21 cases merit further analysis by its IC and Science and Technology (S&T) partners. Subsequent sections of this report include discussions of notable cases. The remaining 444 cases lacked sufficient data to facilitate analysis and were placed in the active archive, where they will be held for pattern of life and trend analysis, or re-examined if additional data becomes available. Archived cases may be reopened and resolved should any additional information emerge to support analysis. None of these resolved cases substantiated advanced foreign adversarial capabilities or breakthrough aerospace technologies. AARO is working closely with its IC and S&T partners to understand and attribute the 21 cases received this reporting period that merit further analysis based on reported anomalous characteristics and/or behaviors. AARO will provide immediate notification to Congress should AARO identify that any cases indicate or involve a breakthrough foreign adversarial aerospace capability. B. Diversification and sources of reporting. AARO received the FAA's civil and commercial aviation UAP reporting logs during this reporting period. These logs contained information on all UAP incidents reported to the FAA since June 2021. AARO consistently receives UAP reports from the FAA on a weekly basis, which is a significant increase from the previous reporting period and reflects the success of AARO's efforts to strengthen relationships with its reporting partners. All of the UAP reports AARO received during the reporting period were collected through various technical means, reported via U.S. military service operational channels, or civil or commercial aviation reporting logs provided by the FAA. Analysis of the data related to UAP is discussed in the following sections. During the reporting period, the AARO did not receive any UAP reports collected through national intelligence, essentially, and their platforms. AARO will continue to strengthen IC partnerships to increase national reporting. B. Diversification and sources of reporting. AARO received the FAA's civil and commercial aviation UAP reporting logs during this reporting period. These logs contained information on UAP incidents, all UAP incidents, reported to the FAA since June 2021. AARO consistently receives UAP reports from the FAA on a weekly basis, which is a significant increase from the previous reporting period and reflects the success of AARO's efforts to strengthen relationships with its reporting partners. All of the UAP reports AARO received during the reporting period were collected through various technical means reported via U.S. military service operational channels or civil or commercial aviation reporting logs provided by the FAA. Analysis of the data relating to any UAP reports is discussed in the following section, and during the reporting period, AARO did not receive any UAP reports collected through National Geospace Intelligence or Signals, Human, Measurement, and Signatures Intelligence. They received none on those platforms. AARO will continue to strengthen IC partnerships through increasing national reporting. DoD and FAA reports are used to establish the baseline data for many case files. For instance, AARO relies on its IC partners to apply geospatial intelligence tradecraft and analytic methodologies to full-motion video collected by U.S. military air crews to identify UAP reported through operational channels. Additionally, as individual cases require, AARO searches IC databases for geospatial, signals, human, or measurement and signatures intelligence, and their reports to facilitate its analysis and resolution of cases reported through the sources identified above. We'll stop here for now, but in the next video, we'll dive into the analysis of the findings. Specifically, we'll take a look at UAP trends in location and domain, as well as the responsibilities of parties assigned in aiding with UAP investigation. We'll also cover updates and future goals as reported by AARO. Thanks for watching. If you found this video insightful, please be sure to like it. Also, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next one. See you then!